Have you ever found yourself wondering why, despite all your success in life, your relationships seem to follow the same painful pattern? You meet a cool guy who makes you feel so excited. It seems perfect. He's attentive, arranges regular dates, and just when you start falling in love, he starts cooling off. You hear these dreadful words, let's take it slowly, or let's see where this takes us. You are not alone. I've worked with countless high achieving, ambitious women who excel in their careers but wind up in these dead end relationships after a really strong start. Super frustrating. Today, I want to talk about something that affects so many of us: trauma bonds. These invisible chains keep us stuck in relationship patterns that no longer serve us. Even when we know better, falling for love bombing, intense attraction to people who can't love you in the ways you need to be loved, being in a relationship with men who give you attention only when you're about to walk out. There are so many aspects of this, including abusive relationship patterns. Let me know what are some other patterns you've seen. As someone who's guided numerous women through this journey, I can tell you that understanding and breaking free from trauma bonds is possible, and it's the first step towards creating the secure, loving relationship you deserve. Let me share something I've noticed in my practice. Many of my clients are brilliant, successful women who can't understand why they keep attracting partners who can't fully commit or show up emotionally. If this resonates with you, stay with me as we explore why this happens and, more importantly, how to break free. Feeling stuck in a loop of disappointing dating choices? It's time to break free and start meeting quality men. My clients feel repelled by the same men they used to be attracted to once they realize how little they accept to attach to someone. The key is in realizing you want and deserve better. Here is something you need to remember. There are so many men who are on the same page as you, who want to give you all the attention and love you crave. Imagine yourself starving, God forbid. That would be a situation in which you would be so happy to have some stale, even moldy bread, right? But when I offer you a beautiful sourdough toast with some butter or a delicious cake, it would be so easy to let go of that stale bread. That's how my clients feel about these aloof, emotionally distant men when they meet them. They're like stale bread in a bakery with delicious pastry. They don't really know how to even engage a woman, a real woman who knows what she wants. You know, the guys who say, hey, to start a conversation, low effort. My clients are repelled by this kind of exchange, and they get attention from so many quality men now just because they know what to look for. Have you ever realized you deserved better but didn't know where to start? Drop a comment below. Stay till the end because I will give you communication tips to express your needs for more closeness in the way that your partners will not feel attacked. But before we get there, let's understand what trauma bonds are and why they happen. Here is the truth about trauma bonds in 90 seconds. Trauma bonds are powerful emotional attachments formed between an abuser and an abused person. There is a power imbalance in those kinds of relationships. You may think you are not in an abusive relationship and this doesn't apply to you, but hear me out. Although high-achieving women don't necessarily wind up with overtly abusive men, the power imbalance occurs when the attachment forms. After intense bonding that follows by emotional distance, you may find yourself in emotional pain. You most likely feel you have no personal power to influence the relationship, and you wind up overfunctioning, losing yourself to the relationship, trying to make it work the way it was at the beginning when you just met him and he gave you adequate attention, affection, and effort. When your resentment grows and you show signs of giving up on the relationship, he does something that gives you renewed hope. Think of it like an emotional roller coaster. The highs are exhilarating, but the lows are devastating. Even if your partner doesn't deliberately try to withdraw his affection, you wind up feeling horrible. Want to break this pattern and start attracting secure love? Drop a comment below or DM me the word secure. Ignoring this will keep you from creating a happy, secure relationship with a man worthy of your heart. What many don't realize is that toxic relationship patterns often start in childhood. Maybe you had a parent who was inconsistently available, or perhaps you learned early on that love comes with conditions. These early experiences create a blueprint for our adult relationships. I see this particularly with my high achieving clients. You might be wondering, why do I, a successful professional, keep falling for someone who can't match my emotional investment? The answer often lies in the familiarity of these patterns. Our brains are wired to seek what's familiar even when it hurts. This brings us to what I call the anxious-avoidant trap. It's like a dance where one partner constantly moves forward seeking connection while the other steps back creating distance. When you start giving up, he senses it and does something to bring you back into the cycle. Then the cycle continues the same way. The closeness causes him overwhelm and then he pulls back, never giving you consistent affection and effort. This naturally causes you to feel angry and do something you may regret, like yelling, calling him names, or demonstratively leaving the relationship without making a mindful, grounded decision. Sounds familiar? All this will cause deeper problems in the bond, and you will not be able to create a secure relationship with your partner. You will feel more bitter, and he will feel unsafe to fall in love with you. This pattern is especially common among high achieving women who find themselves attracted to emotionally unavailable partners. Your childhood experiences play a crucial role here. If you learned that love was unpredictable or that you had to earn affection through achievement, you might find yourself unconsciously recreating these dynamics in your adult relationships. It's important to know that you can shift these insecure attachment patterns and create a secure love in a healthy relationship. The methodology I use with my clients is designed to work even if your partner has an avoidant attachment, if he's invested in the relationship, of course. Here's what's fascinating. Even though these patterns cause pain, they feel oddly comfortable. Why? Because they're familiar. But comfort doesn't equal happiness, and you deserve more than just familiar pain. Tell me, are you ready to break this pattern? Let's normalize closeness, consistency, and emotional connection in relationships. I remember working with Sarah, a brilliant executive who always found herself dating men who couldn't commit. Through our work together, she realized that she was recreating the dynamic she had with her emotional distant father. Once she developed this self-awareness, everything changed. She couldn't believe how easy things became for her. No more wondering, over-functioning, and feeling confused. Things were effortless on her part. She just needed to make a decision of which one of these amazing men is right for her. But before all these strategies, there was one thing Sarah was clear with. She finally understood that there is nothing wrong with her for wanting consistency, closeness, and effort. This deep emotional understanding allowed her to feel confident. Let me be clear about something. Wanting closeness, consistency, and emotional connection isn't neediness. It's human. Not only that, it's something wonderful that everyone ultimately wants. Why would you advertise yourself as something less than? In my Secure Love Creator program, we emphasize this truth repeatedly. Your desire for a deep, meaningful connection isn't just valid, it's healthy. The journey to attracting healthy relationships starts with self-acceptance. Of course, we all know we are valuable just like the next person, but the goal is to have that embodied knowledge, understanding that you are it. You are worthy of love just the way you are, not because you did something amazing. So, yearning for that deep emotional connection is not a problem. It makes you more attractive to the right man. When you truly believe that your needs are valid, something magical happens. You naturally begin attracting partners who can meet those needs. I've seen women transform their dating lives simply by embracing their worth. When you know your value, you stop accepting crumbs of attention and start attracting men who are capable of showing up fully. You know, high-value men love to make the effort. Are you ready to meet a high-value man who also wants a real relationship? Comment below or DM me real. Here is the deal. Everyone dreams of being in a fantastic relationship, yet few are willing to put in the self-improvement work required to achieve it. And I don't blame you. Why would you feel you have to do more self-improvement when you've been doing it all your life? What does it take to meet someone who will love you for who you are? Well, that's a great question because the work you need to do isn't improving yourself, but rather realizing how valuable you are to one lucky guy. In the Secure Love Creator program, we focus on building the foundation for secure relationships through compassion, self-acceptance, and open, unapologetic communication. We start with self-love. Once you're grounded in self-love, self-acceptance, and your needs, we can move on to share that love with another, a partner. It's about knowing who you are, what you want, and understanding that you are perfect for one lucky guy who knows how to appreciate all you come with. Then, of course, we help you with dating strategies that lead to commitment while still relying on that self-love. We learn how to process our emotions with compassion, communicate from that place of self-love with the expectations that our needs will be met. I call this type of communication love-building communication. This creates a magical connection with the right partners. Let me know if you're tired of consistently feeling like you need to keep working on yourself to be accepted and loved. Here is what to say if you feel he is withdrawing. This is what works well with my clients. Instead of saying, "Why are you always so distant?" try, "I miss feeling close to you. Can we talk about what's happening between us?" This approach creates safety for both partners, especially those with avoidant tendencies. Based on how he responds, you will know where the relationship stands. Not because you let him determine it, but rather because you can observe if he meets your standards and expectations. You will see how he responds to your needs and concerns. The key is communicating about your feelings and needs instead of accusing your partner of being inadequate. When you master this, you will be amazed at how partners who seemed emotionally unavailable can actually open up and create deeper connections. Would you like more scripts to help you communicate needs and boundaries? Comment or DM scripts and I will share them with you. Your journey from trauma bonds to secure attachment is possible. I've seen it happen countless times in my practice. The first step is recognizing these patterns, and you've already taken that step by being here today. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Whether you're just starting to understand these patterns or ready to make profound changes, there is a path forward to the loving, secure relationship you deserve. If you're ready to transform your relationship patterns and create the deep, lasting connection you've always wanted, I invite you to learn more about the Secure Love Creator program. Together, we can break free from trauma bonds and create the secure, loving relationship you deserve. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more insights on creating secure, fulfilling relationships. Until next time, remember, your desire for love and connection is not just valid, it's your birthright.